What is even up? I don't know, but it's your boy Kremlin, here with my boy Heckenstein.
That's
Welcome
us.
to the Hypnotic Hootout and the release.
The release, yeah. Yeah, it's a bit hectic today.
It is a bit of a hectic day.
It's not getting better. Because so the Indie Sträuche are currently streaming our game, which we are about to release.
About to, yes.
Yeah, and I also like here in their chat. But obviously I can't listen to them anymore. Maybe I could.
So we're gonna try to keep track of a whole lot of things right now, I suppose. Okay. I guess let's start as we always do. How are you doing?
I'm so stressed I can't even put it in words. I think like last 3 days I've had nightmares. I slept horribly. Interestingly, when I went to bed, which is something new, I had like I could hear my heartbeat in my left ear, trying to sleep while you hear your heart beating.
Sure, that's always fun.
So lots of fun physical stress indicators here. I mean there's nothing much for us to do now, but still, I mean the version, we made a build, it's up. We gave the guys at Mac for the Indie Sträuche, we gave them the link to the trailer and the keys so they can give some out. Friedrich von Games and XR Mitteldeutschland is asking me if I have like a short text for a tweet.
No. While you think about it, I'll just tell someone about my week, which was also stressful.
Was it?
Yes.
What did you do?
Oh,
sorry, I saw.
No, do it.
Distracted.
Let's make this interactive, I guess. No, that's not a word. But it's a look behind the scenes. Like, we are about to release, so this is what it looks like. And actually, I didn't even get half done with everything that I wanted to do. So why not? I mean, this is what what that looks like for us. So yeah, actually, I wish I had just another day, but I'm pretty sure that if I had another day, I would also wish for another day. It's just the nature of the beast, I suppose. So yeah, what have I been doing this week? The trailer was of course the biggest project. We're gonna have a sneaky peek at that in a moment. But yeah, that was the big thing that I had on my list. And I guess it's a weird process. Like, obviously the trailer is the thing you want to be, well, it has to be great, right? You want to sell the game, you use the trailer to sell the game. You want to get people to be excited and to give you a shot, right? I mean, that's always the problem that we used to, I was almost gonna say used to have. I don't know if we stopped having that problem, but that the wizard is like the people, who get put off by the difficulty aside. People seem to really enjoy the game. And I think, even then, I guess you could say it's a polarizing game. There's like no meh reactions that I know of. People either really enjoy it or they really don't. And but of course, to figure that out, you have to play the game. And so that was always kind of the difficulty, to make people excited enough to play the game, because obviously you can't see the mechanics. You can look at them, but you can't see how it feels to play it, and how rewarding it is to figure it out, to learn the strategy, to come up with, various things. And yeah, so I guess it's the problem that as humans, we are visual creatures, and we need to be wooed by the visuals first. And I guess the wizard never really looked that exciting. Like it's a game that's awesome to play, but if you look at it, you can't tell really. Like even if you see how it's played, it's not the same as you're playing it yourself, right? And I hope that we now figured that out, but the process of figuring that out, that is something that was that I sort of struggle with, because I know that how important this is, so I want it to be the best that it can be, and so I get blocked by wanting to do good work rather than just doing the work and then making it good. It's like the exact same mechanism as writer's block. But yeah, so last weekend we just sat together, and after I said, I can't figure this out, I have no idea what we're doing, let's just make it silly. And we brainstormed some jokes. I think we have a lot of material for 1 or 2 more trailers, actually.
Nice, yeah. Well, we'll continue development, so
yeah, we'll need more
trailers.
Yeah, so that was this week, just trying to figure out then how to put those into a narrative, in the sense of what the trailer is trying to communicate to you. And yeah, we were talking about this a bit, how that process, that trying to, the anxiety of it, it makes me not want to do like simple tasks, even like just recording the footage. I waited so long to record the in-game footage because I was like, I don't really know what the trailer's going to be like. I don't know if it's going to be good,
But it makes sense because the game got prettier and prettier, so...
That for sure. And I also did some more tweaking in that, and a little bit here and there, new intro and things like that, complaining about various logos that we have to include. But yeah, it's... And bottom line, I started way too late. Well, I guess that was all part of the process, but then I pulled an all-nighter to put the trailer together, and yeah, I think in the last 3 days I've slept 9 hours total. So this is... Yeah. The glasses help with that, I feel.
Sleep deprivation.
I look slightly less dead with the rims around it.
Oh.
Because I have no middle ground, I go straight to Risen from the Grave. Tired.
Yeah.
So yes, also a bit stressful. And yeah, like I said, I would really like to just keep working right now, because I want to have that all. And you good?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just not good with like multiple stuff going on at the same time. Like the multitasking, that's really, really stressing me out. And I can see on my laptop here that the poor Indie-Sträuche are... I think they have a little bit of a problem with lag in their stream, but as well as that, they seem to be a little bit stuck in the 3rd level. Not sure if they don't understand how to cast spells, but like they managed to do the magic missile in different directions. Now they have to understand how the shock spell works, and I'm sure like they have a streaming brain as well, so that they'll be struggling to be entertaining and also understand how this game's supposed to work.
Yeah, and it is a bit of a thing to figure out already.
Yeah.
And then doing it live for the first time, that's That's probably interesting.
Yeah, they are under quite some stress as well. I was asked, like, when I came here, I got a call from them that they still needed our trailer, and I sent Valentina from the Indie Sträuche like a key a while ago, but now told them they need to get the latest update if they want to play it. Then when I arrived here, I had a message from her asking for 3 keys so they can raffle them. Yeah, but I think now that they're mostly struggling with Twitch. But yeah, it's just so much stuff. Like, yeah, I love that we now have a little community, but when I'm like working and at the same time I get a message for some feedback or like stuff, I want to read it now.
Yeah.
Because it will bother me if I don't. But then I'm distracted, and now I have multiple stuff there, and I'm not really sure where I stand, like with the progress I'm making. And switching from task to task, from bug to bug, that really so much stress. That's also why, yeah. I mean, we probably will drink some alcohol today, but I think
maybe, who knows?
Yeah, I'll not drink too much because I feel like my body's already like completely full of stress and the alcohol.
But maybe that's what it needs to release, to shut down your brain. You need to submerge it.
That's possible. Yeah, that's possible.
And that's kind of how I sometimes. I mean, I know that's not a good way to deal with that, but sometimes when my brain is just, it won't shut up, then I need to like completely get plastered, and then that kind of resets me a bit to have that.
I had like durations in the last couple of days where I wasn't stressed, where I could like I committed stuff, and then I uploaded the build, and it wasn't immediately like any bugs that someone reported. Then I could like go away from my computer and do something else with the thought of there's nothing pressing. But now it feels like I should be doing 10 different things simultaneously.
Yeah.
So what you guys are seeing now is it's release stress. That's how it looks when we release a game. Basically, you're live there, or you can watch the recording. Either way, man, I hardly can pull it together right now.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna release in 45 minutes, so that's where we're kind of, biding time a bit. And I guess that's also good. Then we can calm down a little, talk about the process, and then we're gonna. Then we're gonna talk about the game, show the game, and but yes, it's a weird thing. Like for me, it keeps going back and forth. Like I was relatively okay these last couple of weeks. I mean, I also, of course, worked a lot, but it felt fun because I was mostly doing the lighting. So that whole new look, I think that only happened like a week and a half ago, right? Like that was relatively recent, which is weird because it doesn't feel to me like it's very new. It feels to me like it always kind of looked like this, and I just kind of like cranked up the contrast a little bit. But then when I look at the old screenshots and stuff, it's like it's a startling difference. And to me now, the old screenshots look like the first ones, and it looks like that's pretty much the game as it was before. And I remember when we did the announcement, how I thought, wow, this looks so awesome now.
Yeah. Do you remember when we had like the lens distortion on?
Oh yeah.
And you were like, oh, it looks so great. And now we even removed that because the stuff looks now so good that the distortion doesn't really.
Well, we toned it down.
It's quite a bit.
It's still slightly there, but it just it didn't feel right anymore to have it like this extreme. That was a different kind of style, I guess, that we did there. But yeah, it's quite a quite an evolution. Actually, if we're talking about evolution, we may as well have a quick look at it, because that's kind of fun, isn't it?
Oh yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
You can show it in Unity, or you don't have Unity started yet, right?
Oh, I was going to show the 3 different screenshots of the same levels that we have.
That's cool, yeah.
To have a little bit of a look how that came to be. All right, of course, I've got to open it first, I guess. Let me just throw in a new image source here. But yeah, it's because during the lighting, because that's fun, because I like doing that, and I feel like I'm okay at that. Like, it can always be better, of course, but I'm quite happy with how it looks now, and so it feels good. It's quick. You can immediately see the results of what you're trying to do, and so I was pretty relaxed. I knew you were getting stressed. You can always tell. And wait, where is it? Old, yes, that looks old. Oh god, yeah, that looks super old. Okay, let's start with this one. No, is this old? No, it's already one of the new ones.
Yeah, that's already with lighting.
Where might this be? Oh well. Okay, I'll do it on the side while we talk about other things.
What I'm now realizing, but I had that yesterday too, that I actually feel a little bit high from stress. Do you feel that?
Yes, absolutely.
It's crazy.
Of course, right now I'm also kind of high from just not having slept. It's that delirium when you don't. But that's a good thing. I thought about taking a quick nap. Not that I would have had the time, but I think then I would have been really dead if I tried to do that.
I woke up today like at 7 or 6, and then I went back to sleep and like tried to sleep until 10.
Yeah.
Then I made coffee, sat down in the kitchen, and thought like, okay, let's just relax here for a minute. But my mind was racing, so after like a minute or so, I gave up and went to my computer, booted it. It's really something. I don't think I have been as stressed as I am now for any of our games, and it's weird because for the most part I was pretty relaxed because we are doing early access, and it's not that everything has to be perfect.
Yeah.
And I really had this mindset of it's fine, we're good enough. But then we got better and better, and at the same time, people reached out for us, like the Mac stuff, and Friedrich wanted to post for stuff about us, and we never really get recognition from people, so that was completely new, and then it went up again, the stress.
Yeah, I think it's kind of I was also okay with that, and that also not everything has to be perfect right away. But the more things started to pick up and kind of, I also like that we now have a little community and that people are, playing the game. That's nice. Even, of course, beta testing is that a lot of things are broken, but it's still cool. And then it became this thing of maybe we actually have a shot with this. And in those moments, then I start to get stressed because then I feel like, okay, if I don't do this well right now, then maybe I'm ruining the shot that we clearly have right now.
That's exactly the reasoning, right? Because everything is going so well. No, I'm so stressed that
I mustn't
F it up anyhow.
Yeah. And that's the exact thing. Yeah, as I was... you gotta see if it works. The water's running very, very slowly right now.
All right.
Yeah, that's
and
construction.
We have to start with beer.
I guess we have to.
There's no water. What can I do? Right?
You have no choice if you want to hydrate.
I need to hydrate. Very unhealthy.
Yeah. So let's see here. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Now I'm starting to find all the images that I need. Somehow I don't have the old screenshots anymore. I guess I overwrote them.
Just have to find the
opening thingy. Okay. Okay, so well then. I'm gonna.
Oh, I brought you one too.
Oh, that is so kind. Well then, well, I guess right now we're just gonna toast to the hectic week we had and that we made it through, because that is also quite an. Are we blurry? No, I think there was a lot of good work done this week, and of course, if I say we, I mean you, because this guy has been basically making this game on his own.
Well, until I think like a month ago, it felt like that. It probably wasn't like that, but it
absolutely is like that.
Felt like that, and it's I kind of was for a while. I was stressing out about that.
Yeah,
because I thought like you were so adamant that you couldn't do anything, and you wouldn't. So I accepted that, and then at some point I remember that it's just you just need the stress at a higher level to really get going, and then all of a sudden, like I don't know, one day you just started doing everything and being up until 4 a.m. all the time.
That's how I work. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at earlier. I think like I recently just like learning about ADHD more. I think, did we talk about it last time? I have no memory. But I think it's called executive dysfunction. Yes, we did talk about that, right? That thing where you
maybe my memory isn't the greatest right now.
Yeah, no, mine neither. But yes, this thing, because I saw that on Twitter as I scrolled past it, that basically this thing that, yes, we did talk about it, where the thing that I do, that I don't go to the bathroom even though I need to, until I really, really, really need to.
Yeah.
Apparently that's called executive dysfunction, that basically you want to do it, but the gears in your head don't connect until like a fight or flight sets in. And that's kind of the same thing. Like, as I was thinking about, oh my God, I don't know if I'm going to do this well. And I want to do it. I'm trying to do it, but only when it's too late and I'm starting to really panic, then it works.
Yeah.
So I need to figure this out somehow, because I would like to be able to do work.
It sounds a little bit healthier, like all in all. But the having to go to the toilet stuff, I thought about a couple of times too. Because I do that as well, but only if I'm really wanting to finish something.
Oh yeah.
So it's not executive dysfunction. It's just
you're so into it right now that yeah, I get that. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. So this is one of the No, not this. Oh, this is also good. Obviously, I clicked on the wrong thing, but that's wait, actually, while we're talking about it. This is a support thingy that exists in the US, where you can, if you're a game developer or gamer, or actually I think it's for everyone, and you're dealing with stress or with harassment or something, you can contact them. They will reach out to you and try to help you.
If you, for example, are doing a release and you're stressing out way too much, and you're thinking you need some help, you can reach out.
Okay, so wait, where? See?
Are we even switching?
There we are. Yes.
Okay.
But I think we're blurry again. I'm gonna fix it in a second. So this is the maze. My favorite level, because it's the make or break one.
It's the hardest, yeah. So it's like
the original
fifth level, I think.
Yes, the fifth one. I always get confused because I always think of this as the first one of the second stage, but that's obviously the spiders. But because it's also still in a dungeon.
It looks distinctly distinctively different.
Yes.
But it's kind of sandwiched in between like two crypts, so it has like a theming.
So this is the original unlit, the original Oryx sprites.
Is this really the original?
This is the original.
All right, of course. I
Yes.
see.
So this is still. I mean, we did obviously a bunch of. I mean, you did a bunch of cool stuff with it, like that. I think the big thing you did back then is to offset the characters so that they're not exactly on the tile, and to put shadows beneath it. And
this was actually something that Oryx, I think, personally told me to do.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that was already. I think, like even back then, it already looked better than some of the other games.
I think for a brawler game, it looks really fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of thing I thought about as well in the last days, that we usually make games that are really niche, and that are like visually not really expressive, I'd say.
I see.
And
I see what you're saying.
I think the Wizard had like most of the players for a game after the day.
Before the day. It is our most played game ever.
The day?
No, the Wizard.
Oh.
That has like 500,000 plays.
Oh, right.
The day just got 40,000 or something.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's a magnitude difference. And yeah, it's kind of great that we managed to take the game that most people like to play and then finally put on some visual spunk to make it pop out for players, and we'll see if this this will make a difference.
Yeah, so like this is what we had during our announcement. Like it's a little bit lit, right?
It looks better, I think.
It does look. I mean, if you only know the first one, it looks a lot better. But now, we have this, and suddenly it is such a stark difference, It just suddenly became something else. It became something completely. There's an old one in there. Let me see another cool example. Oh yes, this one I also always like to.
I also saw in chat that we have Anathem.
Hello.
Here.
Yes, one of our testers, and thank you very much.
Certainly one of the most prolific ones as well.
Yes,
thank you very much for the good feedback. Yeah, the many bug reports.
Yes. Okay, so this is
if I'd make like a screenshot from my desktop at home, it would be like logs from different people, half of the screen. Lots of Anathem.
Yes.
Logs. Oh my god, my brain.
So this is the crypt. This is from the already the lit one. I mean, you can see it. That's a little bit lit. You can probably imagine how that would look just flat.
Yeah. It gives this feeling of that it's popping out a little bit, the walls especially.
I don't think I have the original. I can just quickly check if we have it. Oh, wait. I actually have it in the browser.
Nice.
Okay, then let's have a quick look how that looked. What?
I need to click on it. Yeah.
Oh, right. I clicked on the link, not on open image. Okay, then let's have a quick look at that. Where is it? There it is. Okay, switcheroo to Chrome. Okay, so this is how it looked in the original game. Hello.
Not bad, but definitely there's nothing popping out.
The sprites are awesome. I mean, that's
love the sprites.
So this is then how we lit it when we started using that new system. Just seeing it in the preview, I'm already.
Basically, how I lit it, I think, and I think that there isn't even too much lighting going on there.
It is. You can sort of tell from the walls, like just that it's not so much. It's not colorful light or not very visibly colorful.
Yeah.
But it's definitely different than the flat one. But then, of course, now. Oh, dang it!
Wait a second. There's just one more thing.
Yeah.
I think what's happening there is it was even the old Unity thingy.
Right.
So it wasn't the lightweight or the universal rendering pipeline yet.
Right. You updated that.
It was just the experimental 2D lighting stuff. And I think I grabbed that from an example they made. And they had a shader there, and I just took the shader, fixed a couple of things that were broken there, and added that. And that's also why I think I don't have like a real 2D light in there. Or maybe just Kevin is a light, possibly. If I look at the lighting, that seems to be the case. So there weren't individual lights in there, and the lights you can see, like the light sprites, they were also not emitting anything. And then the switch to the new rendering pipeline gave us much more ability to add light. And I was kind of wondering if there was like a limit at how many lights you can put in a level, and I was sure you'd find it eventually, but
so far so good.
Runs fine, yeah.
Yeah, I also wasn't sure if I should overdo it, but I have some levels that have, I mean, it's still not a lot. I think the most that I have in there is like maybe 20 lights or something. I mean, why shouldn't that work, right? I mean, you can make full AAA games that have like thousands of lights in one scene that should... And so far, no problems. Yeah, I was actually wondering about it when I doubled them to... Here's what happened here, right? I mean, most of this is your lighting. I just cranked it way up to light the rooms nicely, but to do that, it would blow out the creatures. And sometimes that still happens, so I'm probably gonna keep tweaking as we go. Also, some of the normal maps I'm not so happy with, but I haven't really found a good way to edit them.
Well, we can look into like the sprite lighting software I use to just generate it. That's an easy thing. And then to edit it, you can edit it there, but usually I just go into the file and then do it by hand.
Yeah,
because sometimes there are errors, and I saw a couple. I just ignored them because I didn't want to go into that. Or you can also see like the little pixels you can see there. These are, in fact, particular effects that don't move.
Well, they move in the game.
You see the missing wall?
Ah!
When did you make that screenshot?
Wait, I think this is one of the screenshots I uploaded. Okay. I also haven't.
But when did you make that screenshot? At the bottom one, there's one too. So two missing.
Strange.
So we have a little weird bug that some sprites sometimes are missing, and I'm not sure what it is. I
mean, what you did is that the walls and the tiles, they get randomized so that it's not so boring, right? So that there's some breaks here, we didn't set them, but it's generated. And this seems to, like, to me, I keep thinking that it's...
I mean, that's something that happens, that's true. Yeah. But what's also happening is that the walls are looking around and taking the correct sprite that fits into that spot. Yeah. But in any case, there should be no possible way that there is no sprite selected. That should be...
I would have thought that was the other thing, because obviously that's just a straight wall tile that is visible elsewhere, right? Would it get that wrong at that spot? Is it not the edge that selects a special one?
No, everyone. Each wall tile looks around at the surrounding 8 and selects, or 4, maybe just 4, probably just 4, at the surrounding 4 tiles, and then selects the correct one for that part. So I automatically get the edges and stuff, and I don't have to select like every tile by hand. But yeah, really, this shouldn't be the problem.
Yeah, I mean, that's also something that I didn't look into, because
nobody saw that. I mean, we have had lots of little feedback like nitpicks and stuff, but nobody found a missing tile. And I think it's because you don't see stuff missing you're not looking for.
I guess.
I mean, I put them there, so I know there should be something. And I guess like this, if you have this in the game, which might be the case right now.
I didn't even see it now. I mean, I saw it when I was lighting things.
But when did you make this screenshot? Not today, right?
No, I mean, I did that yesterday or the day before. I mean,
but with the tile update, the last tile update I made.
How am I supposed to know that?
Well, we talked about like the missing tiles, and you wanted to look into it.
Yeah.
And then I actually added. Like,
I mean, I think I've started recording all this stuff like Wednesday night, and so that was so basically when I made the trailer. But yeah, something that that if you look at the reds in the top corner here, the normal it just looks a little bit strange because like the back, the top that is like a little bit of a different color. The thing generated as being a bump that sticks out and things like that. Yeah, and I find these things difficult to do by hand. So I just because when I did the slimes, right, they also had that the darker parts were like indented then, and I just generated basically I took the shape of it, put a radial gradient in the middle, and then generated a normal out of that so that it's kind of roundish.
Yeah, it's basically what the software does as well.
Yeah, because I've like doing it by hand. Like I was also thinking about it when doing the title because I wanted to have that in a certain way, but I don't know how to paint normals. I mean, I know it in theory, but I don't know how to do it so that the directions work. Yeah,
I have. I've saved there's like a wheel that shows you the directions, and I saved them to understand it. If I work by hand, I can show you. But I think like because the sprites aren't made for this, they have like lighter parts like at the backs of the red. Or like at their tails, you can see like the little yellow spots. They're supposed to make you think that there's light coming from there and that there's some kind of shading. Yeah. So I wonder if we shouldn't just remove all that stuff because the lighting system does it now. But I didn't have like the energy to go through all the sprites and remove these.
I mean, this is really
generate polishing. New normal. Yeah, it's polishing, I guess. Yeah. Oh man, there's so much. There's so much work to do, but I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully, in a less stressed manner because there isn't like a fixed deadline anymore.
Yes, that's also what I wanted to put like then in the release announcements and stuff. That we're gonna keep working on this probably a year or longer. That we're just
I'd say 6 months or a year, depending on how many people buy the game because we need to finance ourselves somehow.
Yeah. I mean, that's a thing that I was thinking about if we should like mention that somewhere. That of course, if the game doesn't sell, we're not gonna.
Okay, I guess we don't have to mention that.
I hope that's understood. And I mean, we did price it in a way that the base game it's fair for the base game, and we would like increase the price for the extra features that we build. I mean, we're gonna do it anyway, right?
Probably. I will never stop
there's
working
a
on this.
Possibility that if like 5 people buy this, then
I'm still updating Prime Division, so. I don't know if anyone
that's
plays
actually
that.
the best guarantee that people are gonna get it. Because you work on the game that nobody plays.
Have you seen the email? Like Amazon sent us an email that the servers for Prime Division aren't used and they want to shut them down. But I'm not sure if this is actually the service of our ranking lists,
okay.
Or if this is something else we enabled some time ago and then just never really used. But yeah, I thought like it's 14 days we have until they shut it down, and I have better things to do right now, so I just shoved it out of the way like so much stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, it has come a long way, and it's interesting. I always find this interesting how the last 2 weeks, it's usually the last 2 weeks before release, where suddenly everything changes and like everything comes together in a way.
But do you think that's like a rule in game development, or do you think it's
I
procrastination?
have. That's why I was calm about this whole stuff until it was my part to fuck this up. Now, I have this from theater. Like I have worked in theater long enough to know that no matter how crappy a production looks, in the last 2 weeks it all comes together. Like it always feels like such a mess, and you feel so terrible, and you're like, I will never. Like people are gonna boo. Nobody's gonna come. We're not gonna make our money back. I'm gonna ruin this company. And then something happens, and I think it's this thing of because it's hard to see the groundwork that you do. I mean, obviously we didn't. I mean, you've been working for months on this and technically years on this, and all that work, it just looks like is anything even happening? I mean, obviously it doesn't. I always feel like I don't want to say like the game was unplayable or something 6 months ago.
But it pretty much was. I mean, you were always saying that the game's basically finished anyway, and it just needs a little bit of tweaks here and there. And I saw that there's so much like groundwork still to do, but the groundwork it's really you don't see it. And even if it's stuff like, for example, how a specific spell works, you can test it 1 or 2 times, but you're not really sure everything's fine. And all that changed when we started with our testing, and our great testers started playing the game, and that gave me so much motivation, and they gave so much good feedback as well. Like, for example, the shock spell. I don't even remember. Was it Anathem? Was it you who told me that the shock spell still didn't work as it should be with screenshots, or was it Dominatus? Because they both were like such a great help.
Yes,
such a great help. And then I don't have to test the game and see if there are changes. I get this as a feedback automatically and can concentrate on developing. That makes stuff just go so much faster. That's just great. I love it when people play my games and give me feedback. This is just a great thing for me. And yeah, we talked about like that we don't have too many people on our Discord right now.
Yeah,
we were kind of worrying about if should this weird dream happen that we get famous, that we need another Discord for us, because
we don't want more. No, for sure join our Discord, but not too many, please.
Yes. Because you guys can all join our Discord now, but after that, don't tell anyone. No, I think real success in game would probably be too much for me personally. I mean, at least in a Discord, because
but I think if you have that, that's why you have community managers, so that they do that. But
hopefully, the community will manage. Yeah,
I'm also not really set up for that. I mean, if it's all nice people, I'm okay. But yeah, that's what I keep worrying about. That if we ever get big, and especially with the strange things that I like to make that seem to irritate some people, I just rather not.
Well, I think until now, like the question about the pronouns keeps most people out anyway, and I think like the bad people they will just their heads will explode thinking about pronouns, and then they will not join.
That's sort of my hope. I mean, for one, it's a good thing to do, so because it matters, and the other is that people who think it doesn't, the exact people that I don't want to have,
they will be filtered out automatically.
Yes, so that should be. Yeah, I mean, it probably won't happen, but it's
Nah, it probably won't. But
yeah, that's also the thing. I'm like from my feeling right now, it's not really. I mean, I know we released something, and I have the stress of what if I ruin a chance that we have. But beyond that, I don't have the feeling that anything's gonna change now. Like we just press a button and we keep going exactly like we have before.
And if we had like just minimal success, things wouldn't change, but we would get like a salary again, which we won't have next month. So that would be good, right? I don't need everything to change. It's fine like it is right now.
Yes. Should we keep calling you Jonathan? Because you are a different name here, but
yeah, but that's even worse to pronounce.
WM Bommel. Bommel works.
Bommel.
Asking for pronouns on Discord would keep some people out, but in my case, it was the straw that kept me in. That's exactly the way it should work. We don't want the unpleasant people. We want only the nice people.
Yeah.
And so that's that is exactly it. But yeah, I was thinking about earlier if maybe my feeling of that the release is more like a formality than it's a release because it's an early access. Maybe we keep developing the game. We're not actually done. Maybe that's why the feeling, or maybe I'm just too burnt out to feel anything. That's also a possibility.
Are you burnt out? I think you're still burning, actually.
Yeah, I keep doing that. I have been burnt out for months, and I like keep sometimes like a little bit and then.
Well, it's not a little bit what you did the last 2 days. I think you're like exploded, and then you will be.
That's what I mean. And then it keeps going. Not the burnout keeps going down, but the things that are to burn. The energy.
Yeah, you burned out, so there's nothing left to burn.
Oh, there's always more to burn. which is part of the problem, because I know there's always more to burn, so I keep doing it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to take the weekend off, no matter what happens. Because thankfully you have to take care of any game-breaking bugs.
No, there won't be any.
Probably not.
I think there's just one like freeze that's still happening, and it's somehow, I don't know how people do that, but I have the feeling that it's only on Linux that people manage to walk somewhere and also with that click tell Kevin to stop walking at the same time.
Oh.
And then
is that why it happens?
Yeah. That it looks like that. I looked into the logs, but I didn't have the energy or the time or the. Yeah, I have to do it like.
Yeah, sure.
In aller Ruhe.
Yes.
To really fix that without like introducing new bugs, because now I'm so spunky. It's really hard for me to do really any meaningful coding work without risking introducing lots of new bugs.
Yeah,
because I don't have the patience right now. Like the little stuff like changing here and there, like this and that, or just like one line code here to fix something. That's all fine, but for this I have to really think how this can happen and how I can prevent that in a secure way without risking anything else.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe just like something simple, like for example, when an enemy now takes more than I think 10 seconds for its turn, then it just ends its turn, and something like that. If it's the turn of Kevin, and there are neither walk tiles nor the spell tiles, then it will show the walk tiles again. Something like that. It could be like a simple fix, and maybe I'll do it tomorrow.
And of course, if there's no wait and stuff, right?
Yeah, of course.
But those are the only 3 cases that should exist.
If you wait, it's not your turn anymore. So if you double click on him, then it ends your turn. That's why the walking tiles disappear, and then it's the turn of the others. And then
so the little Z that's displayed in the other turn, or how does it work?
Possibly in the other turn, or just parallel to it, or maybe it's just displayed and then. No, I think it's parallel, because I didn't want you to wait for the animation to end if there's nothing else going on.
Right. My feeling is that freeze only comes up after Kevin stopped. Yeah, I've never tried to stop Kevin, so it's at least something to look for when testing it. Yeah, because I never walk further than I want to.
Yeah.
I'm just very good at the game, I guess.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's a problem. I think Ankita found a bug that really crashed the game when you made the shock spell, but you didn't hit anything.
All right.
And I never found that bug because, of course, I don't use that spell if I can't hit anything. I mean, no wall, no object, and no creature. I always had. It's not even possible in most spots, but somehow she managed to do it.
But yeah, the bug that was reported earlier, that I think that was the same one I had, that the shock doesn't traverse to the diagonals, the upper diagonals somehow.
Yeah.
Which is such an interesting thing to go wrong.
Yeah,
I feel like programmatically, like how things happen that only happen in one direction and things like that. I always find that curious.
Well, the shock spell works like that. It places the shock on the tile, and then starting from Kevin, in clockwise and counterclockwise direction. It looks at the tiles and looks if it's free. And then if they are both not free, it stops and doesn't go around. Can you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, but I actually think they were in that case.
What?
They were free when I tried to do this. Like I had a situation, I was standing like in the exit chamber from the sewer level, right, where the stairs up are, and you have those two. I actually recorded it for the trailer, so I can show you.
I think I guess I didn't fix that then, because what I fixed is this: if you cast a spell like in a doorway.
Yeah,
that it ends on the door, but if you cast it like it ends at the walls, it doesn't go through, although it's directly on the doorway and should be hitting them above and then below. No, I fixed that as well. It should be fixed now, because this behavior that I coded, it should only happen if you cast the spell on a wall. Only then you need to look around if it's just a closed wall and you can't get anywhere else. If it's not on a wall, I don't need to look counterclockwise. I can just look at what's going on around and hit.
I think it was on a wall, because I think I tried to get it from standing like slightly below. But because there's a slime. Oh wait, I think I actually have it on what? This remote, I'll tell you. Okay, so let me mute this and maybe show it. And
show it.
And we can talk about this together, if this is the correct one indeed, but we will find it. At least I can explain the problem better. So we want to go somewhere here and switch that to something else. Let's see, this one. Okay, so...
Don't you have to go okay?
Well, I think it already displays, but it changes back if I don't. That's what trips me up sometimes.
That's weird.
Alright, so on the right here. So I think what I tried to do is basically get those two green ones over here in the right-hand chamber. I'm not sure if my mouse is shown. So I was standing down here above the little check point, and I cast a thingy like here, right below the green one, and it hit that, and I had leveled it up.
Yeah, it didn't hit the other.
What it did is it destroyed the barrel.
Yeah.
And so I thought, okay, that's not cool. But then I tried to destroy the barrel first. I cast a spell on the wall to destroy the barrel.
Yeah.
Went up, hit this one, and it didn't travel. It just didn't hit this one. And
that's
I think
true. It's a different bug. Yeah.
Oh, it's a different one.
And it's still in there. And that's why I wanted to improve like the whole propagation thingy, because in my understanding, I wanted to work like kind of like lightning or electricity would propagate in real life. So I would have to go through like a pathfinder through all possible combinations in all directions, and then see which one hits the most enemies and take that one, for example. Or if it's not the most enemies, but the most enemies and the most obstacles. Yeah.
I
But
see.
I'm not sure why this doesn't happen here. It probably should, and it could be that my change fixed that as well, but I'm not sure. So I'm gonna say this is probably still not working as it should. But yeah, the shock propagation is definitely on my list of stuff to improve.
Well, it is also one of the more interesting things, because as much as I have played the game, I still have no idea like how it works on a technical level, if that makes sense. Like, I find it
a bit confusing on a technical level.
It's just that thing when you cast it and there's nothing there, and you have they kind of pop up like little sparks around it. That already looks so interesting, like how they happen, and it's so that feels like proper magic, because I have no idea how you did any of that or what's the underlying code. Things just happen, and
the shock spell and of course the lightning bolt are the only spells that have some sort of randomization.
Yeah.
Because if there are like two targets that are equally good, like two creatures, then a creature will be picked at random.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that's random in the game. And I think I want to keep it like that. It's kind of weird, but it's kind of interesting as well. And hi, Ankita.
Hello.
Oh, it's nearly time as well.
Ooh.
Can you entertain our guests?
Yes.
While
I will.
So go here.
Hello, Ankita. How are you doing? I found the shock bug while using it on Spider, and then as it froze, I kind of tried to use it everywhere to test. Yes. Right. Yeah, I guess he'll figure it out. Which is also a really nice thing to be able to do, to just say, I don't have to know anything. We were talking about that earlier too. He says that he was stressed about me not working more actively at the game, but yeah, we both know that he likes things done a certain way that I always get wrong. Like everything I actually did on the game, like when I programmed all the lighting and did the menus and stuff, he always starts changing things because it doesn't work with his prefabs and things that he's done. I hope you can hear that. So it's almost time. I guess that means I can just already start to set up a little bit what we're gonna do now. Is we're gonna have a quick cheeky look at the trailer, and then we're gonna click on that release button together. Wait, where's my trailer? There's my trailer. Wait, no, that's not the right one. But yeah, so where is it? Did you hear me?
Nope.
I was just saying, of course you say you were stressed about me not working on the game, but everything that I've done on the game stressed you because I didn't do it right. So you don't really want me to work on it.
I want you to work on the game like I would work on the game. Just like visually better, of course, because that's the only thing I don't feel comfortable with.
Oh.
Do you even have something to open, like a champagne bottle?
I do.
That's
Yes.
good.
Oh, are we getting that now?
Where would I find that?
It's a black little box on the piano.
Oh, okay. Wow,
it has a cork, right? That's what you're asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the? Why do you have such a...
Why have I such a nice bottle opener?
Yes. Why do you have this? Show it off.
Yeah, my little black box. So this is... I don't actually know why I have this, to be quite frank with you. It's... This seems like something that I got for communion or moving out. I definitely didn't buy this. I mean, my aunt used to work in like a... What are these called? Like companies that work more with sending stuff out than having stores. And she got a lot of free stuff. And so I would not... I don't know if she gave this to me, but I would not be surprised because it kind of worked. Would I have something like that?
But yeah, only these glasses for the champagne.
The good IKEA glasses.
Yeah.
Nothing to scoff at.
No. Not scoffing. I'm just surprised that you have such an elegant...
Because I have something elegant.
Yeah, that's it towards the end of the sentence. Yeah, but watch out, it's not wine, right?
What do you mean? Oh,
but there's some pressure. There's some pressure on it.
Yeah, no, I always hold on for dear life when I...
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna duck out of the picture.
But I think when they're cold, they're not really that explosive.
Well...
Oh, come out. Come out, wherever you are. Wow, that's really in there.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Now that you said that, I'm afraid to pull that hard that it comes all spraying out.
It costs like €7.
Wow.
It's a organic wine.
Organic?
Or what?
My
it's
favorite
bio.
kind.
Yeah.
Come on. Okay, wait. I need to lift with my back.
Okay, well, I'm gonna duck in this direction there.
Well, it's moving a little bit. That's nice.
Yeah. Should I try it? Maybe. You could open like the Steam page, so we can.
Wait, let me try one more.
Click the button.
Just because this is actually really sharp and I hate it.
Yeah. It looks really elegant, but it doesn't seem very practical.
It's moving.
I mean, why would you have to... Oh, yeah, that's good. That's some good stuff. Yes.
Oh.
It is sparkling, right? Yeah, Prosecco. I have actually no idea. I drank that with my flatmates, and I liked it. I think it was this one. Nobody really remembered, but they said I should take this one because I didn't want to take like the normal €4. Thought like for this occasion we can go. Yeah.
Look at these little sharp edges.
Yeah, it looks really cool, but it looks like more for punching than really getting something out.
Wow, I'm already out of breath just from that.
Okay, now prepare.
All right. So I guess what we can do now is watch the trailer and then press the button together, right?
Yes.
Then let's do that. Trailer, where are you? There it is. Okay.
It does not look elegant at all in these glasses.
It's fine.
I think it will taste the same.
Maybe.
Maybe even better. Does smell good.
Wait, let me finish this real quick. There's just a sip in there. Okay, so what do we do this now, or do we do when we actually press the button?
Yeah, when we press the button. Yeah.
Okay, so. All right. Trailer time then.
Yes.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna mute our mic so that it doesn't feed back things. Oh, so exciting. Well,
Yay!
so that was the trailer.
What a trailer!
What a trailer it was!
I really love that trailer. But yeah,
Hmm?
I like it if you were like next time maybe able to produce it like maybe a week earlier, so I can actually give you feedback if I wanted to. Not that I really want to. I mean, it's
I don't know how.
perfect, but
I don't know how.
Oh, do you remember we actually wanted to move the release?
Well, that was my suggestion, yeah, because you were stressing the hell out.
Yes, I was. But yeah, I didn't want to.
All right, then I guess now the time has come to do this thing. So this is what Steam looks like if you've never released a game on it. This is the backend landing page. You can add cool settings here.
Which other you aren't showing like anything that's critical?
I don't think so. I'm not typing in passwords. So it's coming out today. This is now. Did we want to do it launch Discord?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. All right. So we have passed the store presence approval, the build approval. Now we're gonna do the. Do we want to tap on it together?
It really doesn't work.
3, 2, 1. It didn't work.
It doesn't work because
it doesn't work. What? Oh, there's still something to do.
The publish now button below will immediately make. Oh, okay. Yeah. Can I?
Yes.
Can I have the honor?
Of course. Confirm. What?
Well, we have to add.
Please type the phrase. Yes, will be no typing here. Thank you very much.
What is this? The 90s?
Exactly. There we go. Now.
If this
Did it do it?
if this doesn't error, now it's loading. Just don't do anything. It's loading. Let it take its time.
Well, this is anticlimactic.
Yeah. Well. Oh, but we can start with this, right?
Well, I want to see it live. That's what I want to toast to.
Okay. I gotta.
Something happened? What happened? Huh? All publishing tasks have been completed. Your application is now visible on the Steam Store. Can someone confirm that by buying the game?
Yeah, that would be great.
We just,
if you already
have
a key, you can just like buy it as a gift for someone. It's a very Christmassy game.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So.
Is it true? It looks kind of.
Yeah, you can also nominate it for
add to cart
for an award, but.
Ooh, for the low price of just $16.
Wow, that's too cheap.
That is certainly
nearly
too cheap,
maybe. But for you,
I guess
we gonna.
And I guess you and the 2 other people who want to can nominate this for a game award.
We will probably not win, so you don't need to. What would be better is buy the game and write review. That would be a much better help.
But actually write them anyway, right?
What?
Like even our beta testers could write them?
Yeah. We gotta remind them or ask them if they were so kind. We don't have to do it right now. I kind of want to do this.
Yes. Okay.
I mean,
okay. Wait for now.
It's not only our work. So Anki also helped.
But of course, yes.
So
who's also here? So here's to you too.
Yes.
Thank you very much for joining us.
I hope you have something nice to drink.
And actually, while we're toasting, I guess we can also toast to, because our internship ends Monday.
Right.
So this is like actually the last time we're gonna do a stream. Well, while you're still technically an employee of Hypnotic. How huge!
Same goes to you, to be honest.
Well, I'm gonna hang around anyway.
That's good.
So thank you very much for joining us. I hope it wasn't too terrible.
Yeah. And for success on a successful release, I don't even know how you put toast in English. So
well, here's to us.
All right.
Here's to us and the wizard.
What say you?
Tastes like a victory.
Is this a nice prosecco?
Definitely better than the €3 one.
The 3-year-old one. Which one was that?
There is there are proseccos that aren't really proseccos.
Yeah, cheers to the chat, of course.
Obviously.
Thank you all for helping
Yes,
us and being here with us.
And to our Discord people and the testers, which
Yeah.
are the same. And yes, this was... Well, let's see what this was in a bit.
This is just the beginning.
This is hopefully just the beginning. 7 years in, this is just the beginning.
Yes. I love it when people ask me if we are a startup, and I'm not sure what to tell them.
We kind of are.
We are still starting up.
I mean, we've been at it for almost a decade, but in terms of success, we are a startup.
We're still not up. We're still starting up.
Man. But yeah, there's a type of prosecco that is named differently. Like it's a cheap prosecco.
Yeah.
That is like...
This one is a good one.
Yeah.
It's a prosecco. Oh god. Denominazione di origine controllata. Vino frizzante. Italienischer Perlwein aus kontrolliertem biologischem Anbau. Pizzolato. Organic wine. Yeah.
And I mean, I usually only buy the Prosecco knockoffs for Hugos.
For Hugos?
Have you had a Hugo before?
No. Ah, right. I know. It's
with elderberry, I think it's called in English.
Elderberry is such a great name. Elderberry.
Yeah, to me, it kind of sounds like dingleberry.
Yeah, it's very close to that. So that could be like another word for your nutsack, I guess. There's the dingleberry and there's the elderberry.
It does fit very well. So yeah, just for mixing, basically. With a bit of mint.
But I guess we now we can relax. We've done it. We have done it.
Well, I still have to post a lot of stuff and do some ads and yeah.
Right, the ads. I forgot about the ads.
I had them on but I was like, okay, actually it doesn't actually
today
matter.
or tomorrow.
Yeah, we just as long as we get them out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably gonna do it after the stream just to have it done.
Just do it before the 30th. Because after we could get into trouble for...
Right. Well, now that the game's out, I guess we can also promote it.
Yeah. Yeah. Why not? Why not? Now that if you put it like that, that sounds reasonable. Yeah, all the promotion stuff, that's really, really hard and exhausting stuff. Because you basically work onto the release of your game and you're already putting everything in that you got, and then now is the time to promote your release. But yeah, luckily enough for us, we had Ankita help us while we developed with doing all the social media stuff, and yeah, she did increase our followers on Instagram especially, but on Twitter as well. So yeah, I guess there are a couple of days still she's technically working for us, so sure, maybe we should make her write more stuff that you can schedule for the next week. So Ankita, if you're still here, this week is no, it's all right.
Please write a year's worth of content. Yeah. Schedule a year's worth of content, please.
If you want a good Arbeitszeugnis.
Yeah, that's gonna suck. I really don't want to go back to doing all that, but I guess we kind of have to, especially now.
Well, we can't afford her, so.
That's sadly true.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, we can let her, like, let's just keep the passwords as they are, so she can technically do it for us. But
So if you're feeling bored and in your free time, just think, oh my god, I wanna deal with Instagram.
Why not post something for us? As poor people.
Well, that's my least favorite part of, and I don't think I could do what you did there. I mean, you got 300 new followers on Instagram when we started out with 70, right?
Did we have Instagram before she came?
I think so.
Interesting. That's news.
Good to know. We also have a Tumblr. That hasn't been updated in 2 years.
Does that still exist? I thought they closed that.
I don't know. Man, I guess it feels like they closed it because they banned porn for a while, and that was
okay. That's why I haven't heard of it anymore.
Right. So now what?
Just relax. We've done everything we could.
Almost.
I think, this weekend will be for relaxation. And then Monday, but I don't know. Maybe I do another build tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. I quite like that, to be honest. I like it. I'm sure it won't be like 2 builds a day anymore. Maybe just 1 build. Maybe just 1 build per week. Well, eventually it will be just 1 week
per build.
Oh god. I think I need to eat something too with all the alcohol now. I'm kind of feeling it.
I also haven't eaten all day, so that's looking forward to the feast.
Yes. Gonna order some pizza on the company credit card. Because it's a release and we can deduct it from our taxes, so we do it.
Yeah, we never party properly.
It's because we don't have that much money and that much like output. Like, I mean, we don't pay so many taxes, so we can't really just buy stuff to get tax deductions. Anyway,
I'm not sure if that is true.
Maybe we need someone else to handle the money as well, because I'm just doing that because I have to.
That's the thing when we had these conversations, like how are we handling firing ourselves now? Yeah. You suggested that I become CEO. Yeah. That would be the first thing I change. We would be like spending money on nonsense all the time because I would find a way. You're very stingy.
Yes, I'm very stingy. I'm so stingy. Even the Bundesförderung told me to use some more of the money we got from the funding. But I was like, that's all right. Keep the last $100. It's okay. We don't need it. No, actually, I'm not sure why they told me that. I think that it was a they messed up there, because we are supposed, as being funded by the BMWE, we are supposed to go. What? You? Okay, that's good. We are supposed to go on some kind of an event that they wanted to do, but you can't get over that.
It's like, it's not about me. I'm just throwing I in there.
I think we need something to eat soon. But yeah, they wanted to do like an event where they get like all the developers together, but Corona messed that up. But we still have this money just for this purpose, and I don't think we can just use it for something else. So that's why that's money.
There's a notification.
A game developed by Hypnotic has just released on Steam Early Access.
Very nice. With the screenshots.
Pretty
nice
screenshots.
Nice.
Pretty screenshots.
This is
and
nice.
50% of what? Just 16.
What a steal!
Euros and 14 cents. That's a steal. Yeah, let's buy that now. Go buy it.
What fun.
Yes, for us. I hope you have as much fun as we are having right
Well,
now.
if you've wishlisted it, you are going to get the same email. So that's... Or if you follow us on our developer page, which you can do, which I learned because you told me to set it up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would not know that feature even exists.
Well, let's take her Discord name. Hexenwerk told me that we should make that prettier.
So it's just a chain of people telling,
yes,
you should do that, you should.
Yeah. And it ended at your point, so all's well for me. Do you want to start the game and like show the credits maybe? I feel like this is something that we could do because there's like the names of our cool supporters.
Yes,
because we had like support, like financial support. To even get the funding. We needed money, and of course we don't have money, so we asked people around. And they're also the nicknames of our great testers who helped us get rid of all the bad bugs and some gameplay improvements. And you can thank them for great stuff like being able to press escape to get out of the credits at the end of the game if you can't wait any longer. Yeah.
Which
it's quite a feature.
It is.
Yeah. I wouldn't have implemented it.
And apparently that's my fault, I heard.
Yeah, you told me that I think that's in the old game. You can't get out of this. In the Wizard Classic, you have to watch the credits at the end of the game. And you told me that...
Let's fact check that.
Oh, you're going to fact check me on that. But you have to finish the game to see that, you know.
I don't think we have a separate thing.
Oh, we have a separate thing.
Are you sure?
Oh, very separate. I will just say we have a separate thing so we can test it now.
I will check the code later.
Yeah, check
and
the
I
code.
will post receipts.
Looking forward to it.
Okay, so this has already updated. Nice.
New update, that's great.
Niceness.
I love
also
Awful? Don't you write also with the TH? I do it all the time.
Right. That's why you don't do the TH, right?
Yeah. I realized that the people who are most happy about updates are those that use Linux. And I think I was way more positive about updates before I switched back to Windows. Because Windows updates is just to annoy you. It's just trying to set up Edge again as the main browser or enable Corona and what's her name? Cortana? Corona?
I forgot. Cortana.
Yeah.
Okay, so where's my other window? Is this the one? Yes, okay, I'm gonna switch this to... Or do we play full screen? Wait, I'm gonna turn off the frame at least, I think. But that we are still there to look at our pretty faces. The wizard. So this is...
As you can see, this is my developer beard. I stopped shaving, I think, when I started seriously developing the game. I think I'm gonna keep it up until the new year, and then I'm gonna shave it all off. Start new.
Wow,
as a fresh new human being.
Now my remote just died. Come back to me. Oh, there we go. Wanted to make sure it's not too loud. It's always hard to judge, like how overbearing then the music becomes. But yes, let's have a look. There's a logo.
Such a great logo. I love the museum. Oh, but can you see the... Okay, I see them. I see the
pixely stuff?
No. But I just see the edges.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna look at it when we come.
I was wondering if I should add you again just for lighting. What? Because you did that.
You put me under coding. I think that's a fair trade-off because I did not do much coding.
Well, I did use your Pathfinder. I rewrote it in the last couple of years like 5 times, but it's still your base.
But I keep thinking if I want to put Crabman in there, or at least like Hannes Crabman floor.
Hannes Crabman floor, eh? You could do that, yeah. I was wondering if I should add Hexenwerk for the fonts, because she did make them a bit prettier, the Allergard font. And I did work on them. And yeah, I'm a supporter. Søren Lachnet, my brother, Matthias Wegner, a good friend of mine, Maike Haag, my ex-girlfriend.
Wait.
They all gave me money.
This is the wrong credits track. In terms of... do you see the nice border?
It's border, yeah. It's okay.
It's much better, isn't it?
It's better.
Than just a plain...
Oh, for sure it's better. But I did even... I think we have to watch it again, because I didn't even get to name all our testers.
Do we want to do that too?
Watch it again.
And it's probably echoing.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but... such a great audio slider setup, isn't it?
I didn't dare ask you if you can...
What?
Make the thingy a little bit thinner for the release.
Yeah, I can. I tried, but I couldn't. It does. I have to find like another graphic for that, because if you, the size of the slider decides how big the clicky thing is, the handle, the grab handle.
Yeah. I can probably make you one.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I can show you where to replace that stuff, because it's a bit weird.
Okay, so we're doing this again.
Yeah. Why not?
Why not, actually? What was I gonna say?
What do you say? This is the wrong track for the music? No, it's the right track.
No, it is right, but I updated it to have more variation in it, because this now takes longer than it did in the original.
Oh, okay.
Like it loops too much, and I put in actually a little bit where there's.
So you have a new credits track that you didn't commit.
I think I. What did I do with that? Did I just make it?
Oh, shout out to Gillian.
Yes.
He helped us with the old game with the sound effects. Great work. We couldn't pay. Afford him anymore. But hopefully, if we get some money, we can have him. Well, but let's get to the testers. They are alphabetically ordered. So Anathem,
do it quicker.
Illuminatus, Hexenwerk, Nord, Piotr 1940, Red Rogue, Rotten Hedgehog, Wendisel, and Womba were all a great help. There were a couple more who got the alpha, who got the key and played, hopefully, but I didn't hear back from them, so I didn't add them. So, guys, I'm sorry if you just didn't find bugs at all. It's just, yeah.
My sense is that people just didn't report double the bugs. I feel like we should just put them all in and just
maybe
because I mean, why would you report again something that you just saw people report?
Yeah,
Me too.
It's true. It was kind of. We were discussing this because I felt like people should be happy that they get a key. They don't get into credits just for doing nothing, and they don't get the role, the Alpha Kevin role, or whatever it's now called.
Kevin's tutors. I did change it.
You did change it, okay. So Kevin's tutor Discord role for just getting a key, and you said that's too rough. That's too hard. And I thought about it, and I thought like, yeah, that's probably like me being just a weirdo. Like I learned it from my parents, being like, you have to really deliver something or you're not worth getting any recognition.
This is also good for me because I tried really hard not to explain right away why. I just said I feel like that's a bit harsh.
Yeah.
And it seems that
I didn't have time to really get into an argument with you here.
I
could have been different if I had more time.
Usually I would have written you this big of a paragraph to say that's a bit harsh. And I tried to just leave it at that and not.
That's true. That's really true.
I do try.
I appreciate it.
I do
really appreciate it a lot.
Yes, the thing in the Because I mean, you also see here that this is much brighter than my screen. It's not really true color.
Yeah.
Like the thing is backlit and stuff, and it's.
But it's
what I did.
Just a big screen you use, right? So that the stream doesn't really recognize the difference, right?
The stream just puts out how it looks. This is just how we see it. Like sort of like how your monitor is much brighter than mine, and so you always light super dark. But yeah, what I did.
It was just edgy dark, so that's why I do it. But yeah, apparently my monitor is just a bit brighter than it should be.
Also, I really love this room now. I mean, I always loved it. It's my favorite room because it's kind of the defining. It's iconic. It was iconic before, and I feel like a lot of the rooms have an iconic look now.
I can't play this room anymore, but I have to agree it looks stellar now. The lighting. I mean, I remember that you showed me what you wanted to do, and I was like, yeah, I'm sure it's possible somehow, but I don't know how. And then you just did it.
Yeah, well, that works sometimes. I
love that quite a bit. Oh, did you notice that if you cast a spell, it's not overshooting anymore over the target. It stops before the target and then explodes.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a weird bug because I think it's too technical to go into it now, but yeah.
That's something where I have sort of a sense of why that is the way it is. Just looked odd sometimes because it would obviously stop when it's on the actual tile, right?
No, it went over a bit.
It did went over?
It did went over because when you summon the spell, I move the spell from Kevin to the tile in front of you. But I did only move like the sprite of the object.
Okay.
So I just moved like the visual thingy. And then in the projectile script, I moved the whole game object. And I was always wondering why does it look like it overshoots? It shouldn't overshoot. I'm even reducing how far it goes, and then I realized what the problem was. It's because I only worked on the sprite instead of the game object. I guess nobody can really understand it except us, but hey, welcome to the Hootout.
But I notice, I haven't tried that before because I always tap through the levels, that the doors now have health, basically.
Yeah. It's like it was in the old game. I kind of didn't test it at all. I just upped the health.
Well, so far so good.
Yep.
But I do want to rename this stuff.
Even the indie Sträuche managed to understand it. Yeah, Suez 2 isn't the most imaginative name.
All of them I think could have... I think I want to find something that's, like the rest of it nice and...
Yeah.
Well, everything's iconic, basically. I want a very iconic game.
This is something you're just much better at than I am.
But we had the names also in the original, right?
No.
No? Well, that's
maybe. Oh, no, we had names. I think we had names, but I'm not sure if we had...
Because I thought that you just... I just accepted this as that's what they've always been called.
Oh.
And I felt like, because a lot of things that, we had, like the splash that we used to have, I don't like all that stuff anymore.
I just reproduced it as good as I tried to update it with like normals and stuff, but it looked a bit horrible. But I thought like, usually I just think like I have to implement it like it was because you liked it that way.
I dislike a lot of things that I used to make.
Yeah. So it's kind of good that we have that. But a lot of things like I implemented, I didn't even remember. Like how shock works, for example. That's much more complicated than I thought it was. Yeah.
This is maybe also a checkpoint that's a bit
I want to reduce that. I needed that because the checkpoints used to save every time you walk over it, and I changed that. But that means you don't need like so many checkpoints here at that point.
Yeah, it's meant two right next to each other. How much can happen in that one tile in between?
Yeah, I was just afraid that like people would fail at some point and they'd get frustrated.
But that's part of the fun. That's
For
why we
you,
like the game.
maybe. Most people don't like getting frustrated.
But it's a strategy game. You have to learn it. How are you gonna learn it if you can't
Get
make
frustrated.
mistakes? Mistakes are how you learn.
I think the slimes are bright, aren't they? Okay, it's probably your monitor, right?
And this is how they look over there. They
over
are
there,
bright.
Over there it looks better than here.
Yeah. Like this is more true color. Yeah. This is like a very... It's backlit.
I mean, the purple slimes even have like a blue outline. It's a bit weird.
Actually, when I was working on this level, because this was the most difficult thing to light.
Because of the green slime, huh?
Yes. Yeah. It's very difficult to control. Well, what I wanted the slimes to glow, obviously, because it looks kind of cool.
Yeah. And the slime as well.
Yes.
The slimes and the slime.
But that, of course, completely blows out the whole thing. And this is like my least favorite level right now. Because to me it looks very... Also, not just because of how bright everything is on this one, but because the bloom, it brightens up the whole surrounding thing. And I feel it looks a bit... Like if you look at the torches, especially.
Yeah.
They just look a little bit pastel. Because it kind of blows out the color. But it is hard to get this to glow and work with the bloom and still light everything. And it's, this is a messy level, and I will have to redo it at some point.
I mean, that's the reason why I gave that task to you. Because just getting it right with the spell casting effects was too much for me. It's just, you gotta cast.
Huh?
Yeah, just shoot it once more.
Yes, and then I can do 1, 2 red. Yes.
Oh, by the way, I didn't disable it that it ends at turn end, because I've actually put a lot of work into that. It updates the walk tiles correctly. And I thought like, if you really want to watch one thing walk, I don't want to disable it every turn. That's kind of weird. I think we have to make it clearer where the health is and stuff. And of course, I'm gonna add an option for you to display it at the top as it used to be.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I don't really love it being on the bottom.
Yeah, I like it. But
why?
Maybe I just like it because it's different than it was before. That's sometimes something that happens with me. I like to mix it up a little, you know.
I have this weird thing where it looks like if it's at the top, I feel like it's part of the game.
Again. That was a completely. You messed up that turn. Reload.
I don't care about this score. Does it even? It doesn't subtract walk scores.
Oh no,
anymore.
it doesn't yet. That's true. I didn't implement that yet because I'm not completely happy with how it was, and I'm not completely sure how I should do it now. Yeah, that works. Oh, by the way, a tip. Barrels that appear to be broken never have anything in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought so. Because I don't want to you know, I want people to have a little bit knowledge about the game, you know, to learn stuff about the game and be able to play it better than people who don't know anything. And I don't want people to feel like they have to destroy everything all the time.
By the way, that other star, can that be on the stairs? Because you don't see it under the red, and I feel like that's confusing.
Let's try something. Destroy the barrel on the side and then just walk on the stairs. Because I think currently the stairs are exits as well. You
Not
can't
walkable.
can't walk on them. Interesting.
Because I think when I watched Vendesil stream this, I think he was looking for the exit briefly. I mean, of course he found it because it's... Yeah, but... and I was also... Was it in the original? Did we have a star on the stairs?
Yeah, I think we did.
Because I think the first
But
time I played this, I was also...
we always like faded him out when he walked on the exit. And yeah. Yeah,
So we're just skipping right over this story.
Yeah.
I see, now I'm confused again why this isn't the...
the maze.
Yeah.
Looking for the maze, well, you have to
but this is
the
now
spiders.
This is now my favorite.
Yeah, it looks really great.
It's just nice. And it's just a stencil. And in the cheapest way possible too. There's literally just a dark overlay over that. It's not integrated into anything, it's just there. But yes, okay, I feel like this is always a good place to stop so that people can experience the game for themselves.
Yes.
And then we can...
I love that intro. But I don't know. Do you feel like that it's too big of a hill, maybe?
No.
That's good. I didn't think so either.
I mean, I do feel something is missing here now, but I'm not sure what to do with it because I don't feel it needs a title on top.
Ah, right, there was a title on top.
But I also don't want the title on top. So maybe I'll just make the sky a little bit darker, so just there's a little bit very...
Oh, you could just like a
gradient?
Gradient, yeah, that's the word.
That is there, but it's just a little bit higher now. Because usually we start in the dark and then scroll down. And now we're just already down. But yeah, the problem that we have in the menu is... like the mountains, when you start from that far back, you can see...
Oh, and the...
Huh?
What flags aren't animated anymore.
That's true. Yes, I did not do that.
Horrible, unplayable. Don't buy.
But they also weren't animated in the original, were they?
That's true. Okay, still buy. But be upset about it, like I am.
Well, actually, the flags, that's going to be a feature. Like the many features you get with this hardest edition.
Yes. It's gonna be DLC. €5 for animated flags. It's a second frame, so it's gonna be €5.
But yeah, basically with the long tracking shot in, what happens is that you see they're not set up to do that. So the mountains, they end like right below what you see now. And so I put a black. You had a black 4x4 tile in there, and I just used that to, like, I stretched it out. I don't know what you used it for.
I don't know either.
It just exists. So I was just looking for black because I always put it in black pixel to stretch to the size that I need.
It is the old black pixel. It's called
Maybe.
black.png.
Possibly.
It's stretched.
And I did that under the mountain, so you don't see
think you need a sprite for that. You can just like use a no sprite and then color it black. But
that works?
I think it does, but I still just used your black pixel for that. Like
it's a good pixel.
In the HTML5, that was a real trick to do. But I don't think in Unity you need to.
But yeah, so basically there, and with the hill, like I put that in to cover, because you could see the purple and the clearing color, so it would change, and I put that in. And on my screen I don't see it. But of course, if it's brighter, so I'm gonna try to just extend them, but then I also have to extend the normals, and so I didn't want to get into that.
Yeah, but it's just one color. You can just use the colors.
Yes, of course, it's probably not hard, but
it's work. I get it. Oh, and Kita's getting keys, huh?
Very good.
I'm sorry, I'm drunk. And I think it's time for pizza.
Oh, yes. Well, now I'm thinking if we... I mean, those 15 minutes we can get through, I think.
Yeah, but I need some more of a good Prosecco for this.
Is there some left, even?
Yeah, some
well,
left.
have at it.
Thank you.
You deserve
do you
it.
want some more? It's a little bit.
If
Can
you-
give you like.
I'm not gonna offer you the rest twice. Okay, so nice, all nice and updated.
Oh, you updated the graphics in this team. That's great. I saw that and I thought about like telling you, but then I thought, let's not stress the poor dude.
About what?
About updating the graphics in Steam.
Well, that was but I also told you that I have that on my list.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure if this is.
I wrote you that several times on my summations of what I have to do the next day.
But did I read that?
Did you? I don't know.
Didn't sound like a task for me, so I just I brushed over it.
I think we even have it just here somewhere where I was saying the mag is done, the Steam page is done. Yes, of course I did that. That's what I spent last night doing. Well, part of my night, of course. Ach yeah. Game development.
Yeah, it's really fun. Wasn't it fun? It was hugely stressful and unhealthily so, but I really enjoyed the last 2 months. It was way better than the time before.
It's I mean, of course, it's stressful, and I'm just wondering if the reason why it was a kind of nice kind of stressful is because there's nothing writing on it really, in terms of because it's early access. It's
We
not
gave up on
because we've kind of given up, and because it is still early access. Yes, it's not perfect, but whatever. There's gonna be 4 more releases for this game.
4.
I mean, we're gonna have the level editor, we're gonna have the roguelike mode, and we have the proper.
By the way, I think it's gonna be, just so people know, it's gonna be the roguelike mode first, like the daily dungeon first, and then the roguelike mode, and then the level editor. Because until now, I haven't really heard anyone saying I want to make levels, let's do the level editor. If you want that, join our Discord and tell me so.
So that's 3, and then of course release proper. So wasn't even a bad guess. I was just picking some number.
Well, you did invent the release proper parts. It's not.
What? That's something that's gonna be a thing, isn't it?
Well, now it is. So you're right.
When we're going out of early access, I feel like that is
it's a new release.
Very, very, yes.
Yeah.
Completely changes everything, and then things need to be perfect, maybe.
Yeah.
And even then, we can still update. I mean,
yeah.
By then, all the people who are gonna buy it probably already did.
Then when Illuminator says they want to make levels.
Yes, that's exactly. I'm actually okay. You have to read the blog post that I wrote, just to tell me what you don't like about it, because that's how we work.
About the level editor?
I am talking about the level editor in it, and I was just gonna say that in that I read. By the way, I think it's Illuminatus, isn't it? Because your nickname is Eel, right?
Eel. It's an eel.
No. It's from. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say the name, but it's Eel.
But the picture in Discord it's an eel with the.
May very well be. But when we met them, I remember very clearly that the nickname is Eel.
Wait,
is
did
it not?
I met them?
Remscheid.
Remscheid. I didn't make
the one with the longer hair. That's.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm horribly with names, faces, and voices.
Just horrible with people.
Numbers, dates, and orientation.
And I'm just good at everything. So.
Other than that, I'm fine. Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe. Well, you did do a lot of testing, so maybe I can push the editor a little bit farther. We'll see.
It's a process. I mean,
again, I'm trying, so I'm not gonna make any statements here.
It's a good progression. What you have in mind right now. Daily dungeons is good to get the generation and everything right. Then the roguelike mode is gonna be the one where we're gonna add in a lot of new stuff, which is gonna be important for the editor. So let's do that first, and then do the editor when everything's done. so that it.
I could even do like the daily dungeon, then the editor, but we'll see. I think like the daily dungeon, because I have an algorithm to generate dungeons. It's just the filling of the dungeons is still open.
So I can generate a dungeon, but if you want to do anything, then
if it's gonna be have something in it, it's gotta be something completely different.
If you want content, you gotta pay extra.
I was wondering if I should just generate a dungeon, then fill it by hand, and then like do that for every day. But maybe that's
yeah,
work.
Sure. That sounds like a great idea.
Actually, I'm sure like if I could
at least you would have a job for the rest of your life. You don't get paid for it.
Well.
The E is pronounced the German way, but the Illuminatus is my online account name. It's usually pronounced English and got that E meaning. Okay, well, in that case, then I rescind my objection. Yeah. But yes, no, I mentioned that in the thing, like, I'm always looking for flavorful way to explain things. Something like that. Because we've talked about that before, that our favorite part of games is sometimes just the level editors. Of course, we want to make one.
That's true.
So that people can make their own. And
that's how we began game development, basically.
Absolutely.
As you can see in episode 24. I'm not even sure. Is this even episode 28?
What, this right now is the 30th.
30th, yeah, okay.
On the dot.
Let's say it's episode 24. Just listen to 24 and we explain everything. All your questions about
it is at the very least around that time, actually. So that's not even a bad guess. I mean, it might be.
I see you're getting drunk too.
It might be 26, actually, that we talk about this. But we've had this conversation, like that Operation Flashpoint and stuff. Right. A game where I've never played a single campaign, but just made levels with it.
Yeah, it was Age of Empires. It was for me. I never really played the game, but I made levels nonetheless. Nonetheless, more or less.
Neverwinter Nights. Neverwinter Nights was the other one. Never played it, just played around with the level editor. Because it's cool,
Yeah, I know.
Cool stuff.
I actually wrote my bachelor
in Neverwinter Nights?
My bachelor
thesis?
Thesis, that's the word. See, I knew that you would know it. I, of course, did. My bachelor thesis on...
it was a test.
On AI in RPGs. And Neverwinter Nights had an interesting AI because you could set it up for your followers, not sure which one, to react on different conditions. And that I felt like was a huge step in the right direction. And I wanted to make it much more better. But I just wrote about it. Yeah.
What is up with the followers?
You could set up rules for your followers. For example, if you have less than half your life and you have a health potion,
but in the game or in
the game, then drink
as a player.
Your health potion for your followers. You could program your followers in the game. I'm not sure in which game.
Maybe I should have played the game.
But in one of the Neverwinter Nights games, you could do that. And I felt that was great.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, I thought it would be...
What a great idea.
Even cooler if they would do it on their own. Like, if they would learn it. If you could, like, teach them how to be a good adventurer.
But wouldn't that be just a good AI?
Well... You gotta read my thesis for this. I don't remember.
It sounds like you just set it up so players do your work. That they teach the AI how to be a good AI.
Don't tell this to our testers. No, of course you would do that before you release the game. Like, teach the AI. Or maybe while you're playing. That was kind of my dream.
If you have a certain style of playing and that kind of adapts to it, that would be certainly kind of a neat thing.
For example, if it was like it learned that you were always the guy going forward, like hitting everything, it would just start healing you and giving you backup. But if it was the other way around, it would start to learn how to do melee combat, for example.
So can we put this in? Like, if you realize you play this game always with freeze and shock, that the enemies back off one to not let you do that?
Well, in my bachelor thesis, I didn't code anything because
No, but
I was
now,
overwhelmed.
15 years later or whatever it is. When did we graduate? No, 10 years ago, right?
2013? No, 2006 it was. 2013.
Both are wrong. Both are wrong.
I remember. I did
2013 we founded Hypnotic Owl. 2006 I
Right.
graduated school.
Right.
In 2009
That's
or 10.
kind of 2006 plus like one number kind of turn.
So you had
90
your
degrees.
internship semester from the winter semester of 2009, so you must have gotten your degree in 2010. So
Possibly.
a decade later, can we put this into the wizard that the creatures actually
No.
learn?
That's impossible.
Hmm.
I mean, maybe we can. We'll see.
That would be an interesting challenge if they adapt to how you play the game and make it harder through that.
Right now, I just like that they move
Like
kind of
Jagger?
intelligently.
Mm.
Like Jagger, that would be perfect. Oh, Anki showed what she's drinking. What is that?
Oh, also
Prosecco. Oh,
nice.
does look good. Oh,
Nice.
I see hands on the side. So
That looks
hi to
almost,
Ankita's friend, I guess. No, that's
it looks almost like holding a cigar, but I guess
yeah.
that's something
I
else.
thought it was a cigar too, but it's a table. Yeah.
Well. But they avoid obstacles now, right?
Yes, they avoid
Yes, they're
obstacles,
very good.
and they do find a path to you.
Sometimes.
They don't give up anymore if they can't find your way in one turn, what they did before. Because I don't know. The pathfinding, you wrote the pathfinder, the original pathfinder,
Yes.
and then I wrote
Also wrote that a decade ago.
then I wrote the pathfinding that uses your pathfinder to find the path.
It's I mean, why
Nothing
not?
to add to that, right?
That sounds all very good.
But maybe we can make the AI more interesting, because I do like AI stuff. That's a table, not a cigar.
Well,
That's a shame.
um,
Also, really neat fingernails, by the way.
Right.
Can you show that?
are we allowed to show that?
I'm sure there's nothing.
What?
It
I mean, she's obviously watching, so let her answer at least.
Okay. Answer.
Wait, I can probably open this in the browser that I'm capturing, right? Maybe?
I'm not sure you can, but do
Let's
try.
see.
Do try.
Yes, we can. Oh, and we can even zoom in on the fingernails. Because those are very
Elaborate.
detailed, kind of. Intricate. Browser by me. So, is this... Oh, this is set up to the game right now? That makes sense. Let me switch it back.
I'm so drunk right now.
Are you?
Yeah, I haven't eaten except breakfast.
See, you don't drink enough, so you don't have the fortitude.
Yes. Got up my fortitude.
Do you see Chrome in that list?
No.
Me neither. Okay, so I guess I'm opening Firefox. Yes. So,
But Akita didn't answer yet.
she did.
Ooh, another photo.
Yes. Nice.
Wow.
Okay.
It's a maze for
Amazing. Okay, wait. Let me switch the... Wait. Can I
already
switch?
show that?
Oh, I'm already showing that.
Mhm.
Oh, yes, I forgot I turned off studio mode. Then let me make this bigger. So there we have...
The cigar?
So you see what I mean, right? It's clearly a cigar.
Yeah.
And then...
We're not judging.
what? Where's the judgment? It's good. Wait.
Cigars are good?
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay.
I mean, some. I've had one that was okay. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, the cigars I smoked, I don't know, I stopped
there.
smoking.
Look at that.
I'm really amazed at like the precision and the patience to do that. I still have to paint my Warhammer figurines.
That was also just now the first thing I thought of,
Yes.
which I have never done. I had the Dark Elves, and all I did was they had a kind of cone-like helmet, and all I did was paint that helmet red. That was the literal only thing that I did.
I just spray painted in black.
They were black when I got them, and then I just made it red. So they were black creatures with a red helmet. Yes,
exactly.
Sure.
Well, that's pretty. I like that.
Yes, very nice.
But you did you use the same? Wait, did you paint that by hand, or did you like pressed it on? Because there are differences, but it's the same kind of
looks. I mean, it's not put on. I mean, you can kind of see that it's 3D. The black lines.
Yeah.
So it's clearly on there.
Wow.
And it's all the same pattern, which is wow. So we clearly gotta talk about that some more.
Yeah.
But for now, I think before this guy keels over,
and it's a pizza.
Yes. So this was nice, I guess.
I did manage to reduce my stress level significantly, so I think I can drink some more.
That's what it's there for. Self-medication.
Yes, cheers.
I don't recommend it.
To all you guys and girls and people.
And yes, and they thems, I guess.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm still trying to integrate that into my brain. Takes a while, but
it's also difficult to do in German. It's if anyone knows how to say they them in German, that would be a valuable thing to learn.
Das sounds a little bit.
That would be it. We don't have they because they is sie, so it's like she in German.
Yeah.
Did it with a brush? What?
By hand. That's great.
What?
So maybe you should come to Leipzig and paint my Warhammer stuff.
Sure.
Well, I guess you're not officially our intern anymore, so I can't make you do that.
Officially, we still have 3 days left.
Right.
So be here tomorrow. No.
I've got an army of Stormborn. Stormcast? Stormborn Eternals. Well, the new fantasy fascists.
Oh.
Yes. I did realize that I kinda like the fascists in fantasy games.
It's unsurprising.
Yeah, it's because they have this clear and simple aesthetic. And that's like the main thing of fascism is, as I've learned, it's aesthetic. Fascism isn't really. It's more like concentrated on aesthetic than on content.
Yes, but it's also about making the world simple. It's not complex dynamics. It's the foreigners.
Yeah, it's you are the right, great, blah blah, and they are whatever.
And Kita says, "Send me a taxi, please." Well, we do still have some funding money to burn.
Yeah,
that good government coin.
I guess for €140, which we still have in the funding, we could probably get you here. But then I don't know how you would get back. So maybe that would be a bad idea.
I do wonder. Like, I think for half an hour, I pay like 30-40 euros. So if you drive 2.5 Berlin, right?
Do you remember last Amaze? Where we were completely wasted and you made me get a taxi and pay from our company credit card.
I do not remember that. That the last one?
Yeah, the last one.
Where we stayed with your friend?
Yeah. No, obviously that is wrong because we could just walk that. It has to be the before.
But we also walked a lot there. When did we ever take a taxi? I
Hmm.
mean, obviously, if I was too drunk, then I don't know. But
Yeah.
when was it the one where we yelled at each other?
Which one? You gotta get more specific. Yeah.
Well, we only were at 2, so it was
Yeah.
either the first one, which was in this incredibly nice location, like
It
the
was
little.
the bath. It was like a swimming. It used to be a swimming
Pool?
location. No, like a bathhouse.
A bathhouse.
No, not a bathhouse. That sounds wrong.
Now I'm thinking of that one where you went like down into like this area.
Yeah, that
And then
was
the second one was where we were just at a building.
Ah, right. Yeah. So the second one in the building is at the bathhouse,
Okay.
that was like it used to be a swimming thingy, but then they went bankrupt, I think, and then they adapted it to host like stuff, and that's
Okay.
a new location for the MAs.
Right. And
the
this one or
old-
the previous one?
That was the last one, and the one before was at the location where you went down.
And
And
which
then-
one did we take the taxi from?
Probably the first one we went to. So the last one before the first one, which we've gone to last. Yes.
What?
I don't know.
So the one where we were sleeping over at Jens.
Yeah. What's their company name again? They make Imagine Earth.
Yeah, Imagine Earth is their game, and they're Super
Something-
Brothers or something like that. Wait,
Maybe.
now I feel bad about not remembering. Imagine.
Imagine. Yeah. Imagine Earth. It's a
Video game, says Google. Serious Brothers,
That's
not
not
Super
wrong.
Brothers.
Serious
Serious
Brothers,
Brothers.
yeah.
What is Super Brothers? Is that Sauce and Sorcery? Swords and
That's Sauce
Sorcery.
and Sorcery. And Super Crowd is the people behind
Mag?
the Mag, and I think the Indie Booth and the Indie Strolche, who've reviewed, who've played our game just
See,
a couple of things before.
how is one to keep up with that?
Too much super.
Well, I would guess that's a good thing. Everything's just super.
Yeah. Well,
Anyway. All right, so
thank you for joining us.
yes, we
Thank you.
released the game. Tell everyone about it.
Yeah, write review if you've got the game via key or if you bought it, even better.
Or buy it and then write a review.
Yes, buy it for all your siblings
And relatives and-
cousins.
And people you've met on the street.
It's a really good Christmas present. It's actually the best Christmas present there
It is very wholesome.
for this year.
So-
yeah.
It is very much about
And it's made for everyone, so even your
Yes.
mother will understand and love the game.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't think in boxes, you know. It's
Just buy it.
try something new. Buy it for someone who you think it's not even for.
It's the best present, usually.
And make them write reviews, yes.
Part of the present is you've got to write a review.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
It's been a lot of fun. I mean, it's been awful much stress, and let's reduce that for next time. But it has also been a lot of fun, especially
Yes.
with the people in our Discord, with the testers. I'm just saying testers, but you know who I'm talking. Yeah. If you're talking about, I love you guys. And people. I love you, people. I have to get rid of this, guys, but it's really hard for me. It's deeply ingrained in my vocabulary, and I have to change.
Yes, it does
go with the times.
This is one of those complicated ones, not because it's so important to say that specific word, but because the specific meaning attached to it has this certain air of kind of casual appreciation. If that makes sense. I don't know how to explain that, but it sounds different than saying, you know, you people or something.
Yeah, you people sounds kind of wrong.
That really depends on the tonality. You people.
You people, I love you all.
Or you folks or something. That you guys feels like we are brothers, sort of. But
love you all.
But I think that's just a thing of practice, and the longer you use that, and the more people use it, the more the meaning the other word gets it, and that's.
I'm sure. I mean, I'm German, so I don't use guys a lot either way. But somehow this has made it into my base vocabulary. And
for sure.
Yeah.
But yes, no, the Discord is really nice, and I really enjoyed also the last week. It's a small community, but it's a nice one. I do also have that, what you said, with that it's very distracting to see that little red dot popping up, and you just want to know what's up.
I've seen you respond to stuff when I was like, isn't he working on something right?
And I wasn't. I was thinking about what to respond, and then wrote for an hour, and then responded, It's like... It dominates my day, so.
Yeah.
But I also enjoy it. Isn't art in the end about communicating? So this is like injecting it straight into your veins, communicating with the people. So that's a lot of fun. I hope we get a little bit more. I'm very curious to see how this will now perform. I don't know how early access is treated on Steam, but at least with Pepper Prince, I was very surprised that I got suddenly a lot of sales. I mean, I got 30, 40 sales on the first day. I was like, we haven't done any promotion. Nobody cares about this. It's like a ASCII graphic adventure.
Do you want something risky? Do we want to see how many games we already sold?
You don't see it immediately. I think there's
there's a period, right?
Like a 6 or 12 hour delay, I think.
So next week.
Next week we'll talk about our metrics.
Going to be happy or upset?
Next week is going to be very tedious and sad, because we just go through our metrics and talk about why people, didn't do more for us and why that sucks, and now we're going to quit now.
Yeah. And going to call out specific people who didn't buy it. So you better buy it, or you will get.
If you haven't written a review by then, you will be named.
Yeah, reviews. Oh.
Wow, that sounds like a threat of doxing. Of course, we're not going to do that. I feel like that's... Yes, okay. So anyway, this is deteriorating rapidly.
Yes.
So, we won't stop drinking. This is our life now.
Yes.
And in terms of taking a break, I also wrote that in the blog post that I need you to quickly drunkenly approve. That our timeline is we're gonna start developing new features probably around January, because we want to chill out now and spend time with our families, at least the ones we are allowed to see during these trying times. And you absolutely should not go party big with anyone, please.
Yeah, I think there's
a pandemic.
This year is about just getting to your family and just celebrating with your family.
Even that.
Depending how big your family is.
Be cool about it. Be cool about it. I mean, you have the situation in America right now where it's so rampant, and they all have Thanksgiving feasts where they now travel around.
I had a Thanksgiving feast as well yesterday.
See, you can have that with other people, so enjoy that.
Well, it's just my flatmates, so that's fine.
But yes, we are going to honor the holidays. I mean, I actually thought about writing into the post when I said we're gonna, maybe take it easy now. But of course, Heckenstein never listens to me, so you may as well have the game finished next week.
Yeah, we'll probably.
He actually said that when I tell them, don't do this thing that is clearly a bad idea and bad for you, he's like, I'm gonna do the opposite because you told me to.
Yeah, that's true. It's word for word what I said yesterday to him.
I was like, you're not adding another completely new mechanic.
You gotta understand. I didn't mean that I'm gonna do it. I just said to you, I think I kind of want to add the belt mechanic because I really like to, and this is the stuff I do late at night just because I enjoy the working on it. And you were like, no, don't do that, no. And I was like,
I just said, don't because we release tomorrow.
Yes.
So stop it with new features.
Feature freeze today. We're gonna release tomorrow, and that's completely reasonable. But of course, I'm not a reasonable person, so it's just yeah. So I had to tell him that I'm not going to do it.
I realized that my strategy of just trying to reason with you is wrong. I have to go hard in the other direction of what I want you to be, because anyone would be like, no, we can't do that. Because usually you tell me we can't do that. We have to be reasonable. And when I try to be reasonable, you're like, no, I'm going to be unreasonable.
That's my role.
So I have to be like, yes, add this and add all these other 3 things that we can test in time. And then you can be like, no, we have to be.
That's the thing. Then I can be the reasonable person again. Yep.
This dynamic, it's something.
Creep.
So anyway, we've been talking about quitting for 20 minutes, so let's just do it. So thanks for joining us, and
I really love you guys.
Yes.
People.
Yes, people.
I really love it.
All you people.
All you all.
Pals.
Thanks for helping us. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting.
Thanks for buying the game and making other people buy
reviews.
it.
Your reviews are so great.
Thanks for securing our future.
Like writing the review. Obviously, you didn't write it yet, but I know you will. So I'm just thanking you now.
Yes.
Because it will be a week until we hear each other again.
Yes.
Until then.
Until then.
Bye.
Enjoy and bye.
Bye and enjoy.